We talk about your linebackers a little bit. Tell me first of all, Ben, what how's he been doing, and what are you thinking with him?
Yeah, they've been solid. Yep, you bet. Through a couple days, been pretty pleased. Ben and BJ working in there with Corinne Wiggins and Dorian O'Daniel. Got young guys like Corey Rogers and Kim Joseph and Jalen Williams working in there as well. Those Chris Register, all those guys have been looking good. I like them. They can run, they can hit, they're instinctive. They like to work. It's a good group of guys.
When you look at BJ out here, and BJ's been, everybody keeps saying about his leadership and what he's been bringing to the table. Like 3 different guys have told me that already. Can you talk to me about what you're seeing out of BJ?
Yeah, he's a fifth-year senior. It's a guy that's invested a lot in this program. He recognizes that guys like Steph and Tony that were great leaders in our core, and any great organization or team or business it rises and falls with leadership. We try to foster that and nurture that whole concept, and he recognizes that he needs to do his part to help fill that void, and if he doesn't lead, who will? And he's got to have that kind of mindset. So the key is being able to do it day in, day out, week in, week out, month in, month out, year round. Can you do it? And that's what's hard. The discipline that it takes to do things right all the time, and lead all the time.
You had Dorian play a lot last year toward the end of the year. How's he going as far as coming into this spring, taking that next step?
It's good. I mean, he's so much further than he was just mentally than he was a year ago. Got a lot more confidence, a lot more sure of himself. So it's night and day from where he was, no doubt.
Did Boulware annoyed you with his texts and questions? He said he
doesn't annoy me ever. No. Nope. He doesn't annoy me one bit. No. I love it, actually.
Well, he mentioned that he prepared even harder for the 2 games that he started there. Did you see a difference in him mentally throughout those games that he started?
Yeah, I mean, Ben's a very prideful guy. He doesn't want to let anybody down. Nobody cares more than Ben. He's a very invested, very emotionally invested, very physically invested. He's tough on himself. It's a great quality to have. It's also sometimes a bad quality to have, because sometimes you can be too hard on yourself. You got to be able to have a short memory, and you got to lead, and those kind of things. But that's been one of Ben's strongest attributes, is how much he cares. He's an emotional player out there on the field. Guys feed off of that.
He said he's pretty much set at the wheel right now. Is that?
Yeah, but he'll play Mike too. Not pretty much set anywhere, but he'll play Mike as well. But that's where he's working primarily. We're trying to find who's the starting Will, who's the starting Mike, and once we get our starters, then we can move on from there. And sometimes you try to create depth by having guys learn multiple positions, kind of like we did last year with him. So everybody, some people thought, well, Cameron Jones is the next guy, but in reality, it's the next best player. And who was that? We took a couple weeks and we figured it out. Let guys fight it out. So sometimes that depth chart isn't always indicative of who the next guy that goes in that situation.